What if I told you that there is a mod for FIFA 16 that lets you time travel through football history, from the muddy pitches of the 1880s all the way to the tactical evolution of the 2010s? Sounds mad, right? But it's real. This thing is called the Classic Patch, and it's hands down one of the most ambitious football mods I've ever touched. You get to relive more than 130 years of football in one single game. And yeah, it's as awesome as it sounds. Now, if you're wondering, why FIFA 16? Well, let me break it down for you. I actually did a full retrospective look on FIFA 16 recently, and spoiler alert, it's still a damn solid football game. It's actually the last FIFA before EA fully committed to the Frostbite engine. That means it's still part of the golden era of modding. See, games before Frostbite are much more moddable, and that's exactly why stuff like the Classic Patch even exists. By the way, for all of you who want to support my channel and content, check out YouTube membership options. You get access to loyalty badges and exclusive emojis on top of helping me out to make the best content possible. Alright, but back to FIFA 16. See, this game is kind of a goldmine for mods. And Classic Patch, it's right up there with the best of them. And to really set that old school feel, I also slapped on a retro VHS reshade preset. Think grainy CRT vibes from the 90s and early 2000s. You know, normally I'm not a big fan of these retro reshade presets, but I think that this one transforms the atmosphere and nails that nostalgic punch that we are going for with this particular patch. So, when you're done watching this video, check out the description for links to all mods used in the video. So what exactly do you get with this monster of a mod? First off, be prepared, it's quite a big one. We are talking around 80 GB once fully installed with the Stadiums pack. But once it's up and running, holy hell, it's a treasure chest. And get this, it's completely free. Seriously, no Patreon, no donations, no hidden paywalls. The creator of this patch just dropped this beast for the love of the game. I think it's amazing. But at the same time, I honestly also think it's a bit tragic that they have not taken any support, even optional, because I think this one deserves all the flowers. Alright, now let's talk functionality. The patch is divided into eras. You don't just open FIFA and scroll to 1974. No. First, you swap databases outside the game before launching it, so if you want to play the, let's say, 2000s, you swap to that decade, boot up the game, and boom, you've got access to teams and players from that specific era. And you know, they didn't just drop some few all-star squads and called it a day. No, my friend. You've got national competitions from each period. UEFA Euros, Confederation Cups, and full World Cups. Perhaps you wanna relive Germany 2006. Easy, select the tournament and it's already pre-built with the right groups and fixtures. No manual setup needed, just vibes on demand. And then for clubs it's even more wild. Every decade features team rosters sorted by year. So in the 2000s database you will scroll through 2000 to 2010, each year loaded with the top club teams of that specific season. So perhaps you want 03-04 Arsenal, no worries, they are in. Or maybe you fancy some late 90s Juventus magic, no problem, this patch got you covered. See, the scope of this mod is just simply astonishing, and I think it delivers on everything it tries to achieve. Now here's where the reality checks in. You can't play career mode with this mod, it's not even in the menu. Instead, you've got access to custom tournament setups, and honestly, that makes a lot of sense. The scope here is bonkers. It's already impressive that we get decades spanning content with this level of detail. Trying to replicate full leagues for every season would probably break the time-space continuum. That said, the patch does go deep in some spots. We get, for instance, complete Serie A coverage from 1959 to 1975, and again for seasons like 1991, and between 1994 to 2000s. That's, I think, a sweet spot for Italian football fans. I had an absolute blast reliving late 90s Serie A with squads like Juventus featuring Zidane, Henry, Inzaghi, Davids, Deschamps, and Milan stacked with legends like Maldini, Baggio, George Weah, Seedorf and Baresi. Just pure culture gold. We also get full Bundesliga coverage for the 93 season. See, little touches like that make this mod really stand out. Now, if there is a weak spot, it's the 2010s. You don't get yearly club teams here, only national tournaments are available. To me, it's a bit of a letdown compared to the older decades, but hey, the rest of the mod more than makes up for it. Alright, so that's impressive when it comes to rosters, but what else do you get? Well, let's break it down. First, we get quite a few classic stadiums for specific years. There's also a ton of real player faces. Although quality varies here, some are spot on. Others, well, let's say they are okayish. Then we get authentic scoreboards from different eras, including some really nostalgic ones. And lastly, we have themed video intros, loading screens and menus that absolutely ooze with style. Speaking of menus, this thing looks gorgeous. Gold, black and white UI that screams elegance. It's seriously a nice touch compared to some recent mods I've played where the menus look like a PowerPoint from 2007. So, this classic patch is tailor-made for football nostalgics. Personally, I gravitate towards late 90s and early 2000s content. There's just something magical about reliving those moments, and this patch makes that so damn easy. Instead of focusing on just one iconic season, it gives you the entire timeline of football to explore. Of course, there's a limitation of the number of teams that we can play in every particular season, right? But let's be honest, most players anyway use the iconic teams from that era. So I think it's a bit waste of energy to try to replicate every single team and every single player in the game. And yeah, I'll be playing the hell out of this in my downtime. Whether it's reliving Zidane's prime or running a tournament with old school national teams, I think this patch is a dopamine machine for football nerds like us. So, if you've got nostalgia for a specific era, whether it's the 70s Total Football, 90s Serie A, or mid-2000s Galacticos, you owe it to yourself to check out the classic patch. It's one of the most lovingly crafted football mods out there, and it delivers on that rare promise, turning nostalgia into actual gameplay. Let me know in the comments which era you will jump into first. If you enjoyed this video, then hit that like button. And if you want to see more content like that in the future, then make sure to subscribe to my channel. Anyway, that's all from me in this video. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.